YouTube, it's Christopher. I'm back. It's been a while again. I've had some health issues. I apologize, but I'm going to try to do better. Today, we're going to look at this amazing, as you saw in the thumbnail, I'm sure. It's a GOC Satya, Satya Plus model. I think all the plus means is it's got a burled top on it. But this is, as you can see, a single cut headless model. It's got fan frets. They're stainless steel frets. The scale length goes from 25-inch on the bottom to 26-inch on the low end. So I'm sorry, I should say 25-inch on the high end and 26 on the low end. This is a very interesting instrument. I knew when I purchased it that I probably wouldn't keep a single coil in the bridge. My light is kind of angled weird here. Let me get that up a bit. There we go. So this is the guitar. It's got a single volume. It's got a three-way low profile toggle switch, which has a very satisfying click. No push pulls on this. It's using ZSR01 bridge pieces, which are fantastic. They're very well made. This guitar adjusts so easy. I don't think you're going to see it in this video too well, but those bridge saddles are brass, and they have a kind of a circular thing inside with all these little holes in it that you need. Like, I personally used some very sharp tweezers to just kind of get them in the holes and turn it, and that moves your action up and down, so you can set that. Underneath the saddle where the string goes in, there's a screw where you can loosen it and change the intonation length. Back here, this is where you tune the guitar from. If you're not familiar with headless guitars, that's where it tunes from. So underneath in here, there's a brass string sled, I guess you could call it, that the string just sits in. And as you turn these downwards, this way, counterclockwise, whatever. As you turn them in the tightening direction, it pulls the sled back. And it literally takes a quarter of an inch to go from fully slack to fully in tune. Very small amount of motion. The one drawback to this particular bridge piece is these guys are very hard to turn. But what they've done to help combat that problem is in the back of those, you can see maybe that there's slots. So what you can do is you can then take your pick and just stick it in the slot and use that as kind of a leverage point to turn those tuners. One weak point on the guitar is they turn really hard. I'm hoping that they'll loosen up in time. I've only had this guitar for about a week and a half now. But they're super stable. Once you get them in tune, they stay there. On the face of the fretboard, we have only a 12th fret marker. It's a triple dot GOC insignia, which is also engraved in the guitar here. But it's lumen lay, so it glows in the dark, along with these side dots on the side of the neck, which I think are very cool because they're inlaid not only in the fretboard, but also the neck. It's like half and half. Not sure if you can see that too good in the video. My lighting kind of stinks right now. But again, I'm getting back into making videos, so I got to get that situated better for the next one. So at the top here, we have a 0 fret, which is stainless steel as well. Behind that, we have what some people call a nut. It's really not a nut. It's just a string spacer. It keeps your strings from moving in the up and down directions. And then beyond that, we have this locking headpiece, which they call a dual lock. So there's 2 screws that lock down onto each individual string, which makes it very stable. I really, really like that headpiece. Maybe the best one out of all the headless guitars that I've owned. Extremely easy to use, extremely stable too. Once those are locked, and you don't even have to turn them hard. You can use the the small end of the wrench and just finger tighten each one, and that string's going nowhere. It works really well. On the fretboard, we have, what is this called? Atlas wood, which is like a, it's kind of a composite wood that's man-made. Very, very nice looking. It feels smooth as butter. I love it a lot. On the back, we have, what is the neck made out of? Oh, it's roasted maple. And while we're on the back of the neck, let's talk about what they call their Aeon or Aeon neck profile, which is very cool and unique. I'm trying to get this to reflect properly. You can see that right here, there's a line that delineates the two styles of neck. What they've done is they've combined a D-shaped neck back here, which is very a la Ibanez feeling. Back here it's a D, and that's on the treble side of the neck. And then right a little bit beyond the center of the neck, it turns to a V shape, so it flattens out. So I don't know if you can see that, the reflections there, but the whole neck from the top to bottom flattens out on the bass side, so that when you're playing, your thumb is kind of in that spot. Mine doesn't really, because I'm kind of a thumb wrap guy. I wrap over the top most of the time, but it didn't take any adjustment. It feels very comfortable in my hands when I play. We've got a solid ash body. It's two-piece, I should say. There's a seam right down the middle. This light is way too bright. 5 bolts. It's got an inlaid electronics cavity cover, so this is nice and smooth here. One of the most impressive things is the neck joint on this thing. It's probably not going to translate well in the video, but this is seamless. I can almost not feel where the body and neck meet if I wasn't looking. You can't feel that seam. It's so tight and beautiful. It's bound in black. I don't know if you can tell. And then we have a, what I believe is a poplar burl top. Oh, it's a Mappa, M-A-P-P-A. I don't know what that is. Burl. But it's very pretty. For pickups in here, we have Paragon Alnico calibrated set. So we've got Alnico or Alnico, I don't know how you say it, humbucker, and a Telly single coil, which, if you've watched my channel, you know I'm not a fan of single coils. And I knew that when I bought the guitar that I was probably going to replace that. So let's hear it, and then you can understand why I am replacing it. In fact, I already have the pickup here. I opted for an Oripure blade size, or blade telly-sized humbucker. These things rip. You can get these off of Amazon for like 40 bucks, and they're awesome pickups. I highly recommend them. Anyway, let's check out the tones. Oh, by the way, it's got a barrel-style jack, which is located right here. So it's nice and flush. It's a very, very comfortable guitar to wear. It weighs next to nothing. If I had to put a number on it, because I don't have a scale, I would say it's probably around 6 pounds, if that. It's very light, and it's extremely comfortable. I like it a lot. Let's hear how this sounds. We're going to start off here. Let's go clean first. I am using the Archetype Petrucci plugin going through my computer here. Let's see how it sounds clean. So here's the bridge pickup on the clean channel. middle position is very interesting on this guitar. From a single coil and a humbucker, we get this almost an out of phase quack. It's very interesting, but check it out. And then there's the neck humbucker. And it's kind of a problem because the neck pickup is way louder than this pickup. So to balance out the volume level, it's kind of impossible, which is another good reason for me to swap out this pickup to a humbucker, because that's way louder. I don't know if you can hear it through YouTube's compressions, but... So there's the clean tones. Okay, this pickup, in my opinion, needs to be replaced. Possibly the neck, but, you know, I'm on the fence about it. Until I get a humbucker in here to see how they combine, I'm on the fence. But the bridge pickup's got to go. So let's go with like a medium gain tone here. Let's see. Which one? Right here. This one's a bit medium gain. Here's another reason why this pickup's got to go. Don't know if you can hear that, but there's a significant hum, 60 cycle hum, which you get on any single coil. But let's hear how it sounds anyway. And the middle pickup, and you'll really hear that quack now. It sounds very quacky. And then the neck pickup. There's some mid gain. Let's throw some high gain tones on here, just so we can chunk along, get our chugga chugs going. Oh, let's use this one. There's the hum. And the gate is up, I don't know, it's up maybe almost a quarter on the software. If you've ever used the Neural DSP plugin, you'll know what I'm talking about. Middle position. Middle position sounds pretty awesome, actually, on high gain. Here's the neck. There's the tones. That's it. It's my video. It's about 18 minutes long, I'm going to say. It's the Satya Plus from GOC Guitars. I actually really like this guitar a lot. In fact, I bought another one. Shh. I bought a Vajra, V-A-J-R-A model. That'll be here probably next week. So I can look forward to that video. If you've watched the unboxing video of this, it's very short and sweet. You can see the packaging that these come in. They come in basically a box surrounded by styrofoam, which seems to be pretty safe for the guitar. I had zero issues with it. Fantastically built. Very good quality build on this thing. Highly recommend you check out GOC Guitars. You can find them on AliExpress, which is where I bought this from. And it was my first time buying anything off of AliExpress, so I was a little nervous. But I had zero issues. It got here within 10 days of my purchase, and I'm extremely happy with this guitar to the point where I bought a second one. So check these out. I don't think, though, that you'll be disappointed. If you want a headless guitar, this shipped. They charge you $100 to ship, which is not unheard of. That's coming from China. That's actually a fairly decent price. The guitar itself was $9 almost, I think. It was $8.99 or something like that, $8.95. So shipped to my house from China, it was $1,005, which is a fantastic price for this guitar. You get a lot of guitar for that price. Definitely check them out. I personally like this better than my Strandberg that I had. And if you've ever watched my Strandberg video, you know I had some pretty high accolades for that guitar. And this, I have to say, trumps it. I like this a lot. I've owned several different brands of headless guitars. The first was a Steinberger. My second was my Strandberg. I've had I've had Latitude. I still have two Kiesel headless guitars that I haven't made videos for yet, but I will. Those things are insane. This competes with my Kiesels for sure. check this brand out if you haven't even heard of them. Some people haven't, but man, they're nice. They're designed in the U.S., built in China, and gosh, they're really good. So check one out for yourself. I'm back. I'm gonna try to get some videos in stable rotation. I've got a bunch for you coming up, so stay tuned, and feel free to subscribe. I don't usually ask, but it helps the channel out. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.